can't even believe that my husband cheated on me with a girl that looks like a moose. Literally looks like a moose. I know the guy in my comments said I always look like I'm in a Def Leppard music video, but it's better than a moose.
Y'all go from Pound Town to ultrasound to now he's not around. Dang it.
Who's coming in more for divorces, men or women?
That's easy. Women. Women are coming in for divorces more than men. Why? Because they're tired. They're tired of their husbands. They're tired of their husbands not doing anything. They're tired of doing it all, coming in and being the super mom, working 24/7, picking up the house, doing their husband's laundry on top of their kids' laundry, cleaning the house, doing everything, and their husband literally does nothing. They are tired of the disrespect. They are tired of the unassistance of people coming in and helping them. So guess what, men? You want to stay married? Pick up a broom. Go to the school, pick up your kids, make the lunches, do the laundry. I don't know, just a couple things that you could do to try and save your marriage.
Guy in the comments said, fix the car, put up the shelf, take out the trash, etc., etc. Oh yeah, and work 60 hours a week. Of course, women not taking accountability for anything. There you go.
How was it, baby?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it was good closure for me and for him. And like, hopefully we can be friends in the future.
Oh, it's amazing.
Can you do me a favor? And can you take that ring off for me? I need to go get it polished. Yeah, right before the wedding, I want to make sure it's shiny. So on that day, you don't have anybody saying it's not polished. It's really dirty. Hand me the ring back, please. Thank you. Oh, and I got to go get it done right now. So hand me the ring. You catch an Uber home. Also lose my number.
I feel like a lot of men think that they are it. They are the prize. They have to get chose. They can make the decisions. It's them.
Well, if they're getting
what we do,
if they're getting chose, then I don't see how their reality tells them that's what it is.
Right, but they think that 5 girls, women, whatever, choosing them is they're top. They're him. That's it. But that's not really
The reason why a man would think that, like say 5 beautiful women want him. You know how choosy women are?
Yes.
So if 5 choosy women choose on one guy,
then he gotta tell 4 of them, all right, I'm good, I got one.
But how is that?
They're gonna choose all 5. That's my point. Men are gonna choose all 5.
Because that's how we're wired to be.
Yeah, but for what? Why?
What if all 5 girls is giving him the same thing? What if one of them aren't sticking out?
You have to pick. This isn't polygamy.
But look. When a woman's being wined and dined by multiple men at the same time, does she have to pick? Or does she have the right to allow all those men to prove themselves?
Okay.
You gotta say yes or no.
Okay. I'm gonna let you answer that. Go over there real quick. Okay, I'm not gonna hold you. Do it. So like.
But you just said you're in a season of
I'm
having.
It's kind of funny that now that women work, all the jobs they do are just stuff they would have done at home.
If y'all didn't know, that's the most prestigious award in Broadway theater. It's literally an award for being good at drama.
2 + 2 = 4. Agree or disagree?
I mean, it depends on what the 2 is. Is it a pregnant mom? Is it 2 pregnant moms? Because that's more. Everything is not as simple.
I mean like math.
Just like 2 pencils plus 2 pencils.
The number 2 plus the number 2.
I would say for the most part, yes.
What do you mean for the most part?
Like I said, there's some variations but the thing is, even that is a flawed concept because it's actually, that pencil is billions of atoms that are vibrating. So we've come to call it one pencil, but it's actually however many atoms vibrating on the same frequency to make this appearance, this optical illusion that this is a pencil.
Anybody else noticing how the mention of war is causing gender ideology and feminism to just basically evaporate? I saw a guy talking about how he's paying close attention to this war because he's wondering if people are going to start getting drafted and men have to be worried about that, and women in the comments, feminists are like, God forbid men have to do their duty. Now it's not toxic masculinity. When it comes to dying on a battlefield, we're all good with that. But any other time, it's this toxic masculinity. Now it's God has a design. We are all created differently. Women can't do what men can do. Yeah, I guess when it's gonna cost you your life, your ideologies change real quick.
Go ahead. I want you to. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Tear my foot up. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. There you go. Feel better?
What's going on?
800 for these right now.
800?
Yeah.
First of all, these don't even go for that much money.
I don't care.
And second of all, they're both the same size. Like, it looks like you took two display... Chill. It looks like you took two display shoes from Foot Locker and is trying to sell it to us.
I did not.
I can't sell this to someone. I'm sorry.
It's the right foot.
Nah, absolutely not. I'm sorry. Unless someone got legs like that, there's nothing I could do for you. I'm so sorry.
800, man.
I can't do 800.
Come on,
chill.
I'm about to get my baby father.
So Rihanna's doing baby number 4 with no ring, but yet when a regular person does this, y'all tear them down and bash them. I'm not understanding what is the difference between Rihanna and a regular person. She has no ring, but yet she has multiple kids. But when y'all talk about a person with multiple kids, can y'all please put her in the description too?
I see what you're saying, but you seem like you're also trying to escape accountability, so you got to be careful with that.
A misogynistic man gonna have all the women he could possibly want until the day he died. They do not die alone and sad. They die happy and full. And before y'all disagree with me, look at the challenges these women is posting. You can put these through the ringer. And it ain't got nothing to do with the women being ugly, because they already didn't prove that. They posting these ugly ass men thinking they're making him look stupid. No, you look stupid. Y'all be talking about, oh, a genuine woman is hard to come by. Yeah, because she's with him right now. He's getting her right. Oh, well, my girl, she doesn't act like that. Yeah, because she already got her ass. He already got her in line for you. He ass and manipulator and did all the evil so you wouldn't have to. That's why she know how to function with you. Misogynists, cheaters, all that. They always got women. And you always gonna hear about the shit doing from women, and more women still gonna come to them. They gonna be more interested in them just because of what they heard another woman said that he did. And they getting the women of all calibers, high self-esteem, low self-esteem, lot of money, no money, broke, big, skin, they getting them all.
My superficial and deal breaker is height. I am 5'3", okay? And I, a time or two, like to wear heels. And in those heels, babes, I'm like 5'6", 5'7". I need you to at least be taller than me with heels on. Like, that's like my superficial deal breaker. And I feel like that's valid because I'm already short. Like I'm already short.
One guy in the comments said, so why were so many women offended when a man desired in having a woman with longer hair? The double standard is unbelievable. Another man said, the average man is 5'9". This is not even a conversation. Correct.
A guy asked for my Cash App yesterday, and when I gave it to him, he said, great, I'm going to request $20 from you right now.
Okay, I can't believe I'm going to admit this online because this is embarrassing, but I was rejected by a guy, and he said he wasn't attracted to me. That I was all of these amazing things, but he wasn't attracted to me. And it got me down so bad. I started like picking myself apart, and honestly, you guys, like I was just down really, really bad. And then I had to kind of give myself a little pep talk and be like, you're gorgeous and you have a great job and you're so loving and you have the best personality and you're so freaking funny. I mean, that's my best quality. And he's a loser. And then I felt better. But it just goes to show that you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, like Amaya would say. And I don't want to be his tea anyways.
You have time to work with 7 kids.
I don't work. My kids are on disability. They have ADD.
What's that, all different daddies?
What's that video that Araco has where he shows it? That one there was a violation.
That one there was a violation.
I'm not listening to man, I'm so sorry.
If you was in a long-term relationship with a man, would you want him to take full control over the health and wellness in that relationship?
No.
No?
Why is he telling me what to do?
What if he knows a lot more about fitness and health?
He doesn't.
No?
I'm not listening to a man. I'm so sorry.
Why not?
Because why is he not listening to me?
Let's just say if you was in a relationship with me and I wanted to get you in better fitness, would you listen to me?
How much money does your company make a year? Like, I think that's the question. Like, if I'm listening to you, like, the paycheck needs to match the advice you're giving me. So, like, a Fortune 500 company, okay, I'll listen. Because I'm getting paid to listen at that point.
Okay, so what if you had type 2 diabetes and I wanted to help you reverse that? Would you listen to me then?
Well, you can't reverse type 2 diabetes, unfortunately.
Why do you say that?
Well, you can ease the symptoms with lifestyle changes, but like you can't really get rid of it 100%. We don't even really know what causes diabetes, medically speaking.
Most of type 2 diabetes come from being overweight to obese and having an excess of visceral
if you're trying,
fat.
okay, yes, you're trying to get your woman in shape, but like, where are those standards coming from?
Those standards are coming from the man having higher standards in health and wellness than you do. So if he's
wouldn't be
able,
with that man, I'm so sorry.
if he's able to communicate that to you, he can improve your health and wellness, and for you to live a longer, healthier lifestyle.
You know, one thing that is super unfair for men? Women are allowed to get mad at men, and men just deal with it and get over it and let women be mad. But if men are mad at women, we are mad at them for being mad at us. Like, what?
What's your name?
Savannah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Texas, but I live here now.
All right, how much money do you spend every month living in Miami?
I run probably like $10,000.
$10,000?
Yeah, I have a dog, I've got rent, I've got bills, I got clothes to buy.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
I own my own business, Savage Seller. Check it out. We launch in a month.
Yeah? What do you sell?
It's a marketplace for people to sell their stuff. So
I love it. Last question.
Rent on Savage Seller. Mwah.
All right, last question. Can you name 5 countries in Europe?
Australia.
Okay. Correct.
That's all I got.
All right.
I love you. Good night, America.
That's all.
I feel like the misogynists are going to eat me up for saying this, but I feel like one of the most empowering things a woman can do is be a single mother.
I don't know, man. Why? You can't make it up. That's just. All right.
Somebody tell me why it's okay if women do it, but not okay if men do it?
You need to leave, bro. I'm telling y'all need to leave. Y'all need to leave, bro. Y'all need to leave, bro. Y'all need to leave, bro.
We don't talk to your sister like that. We don't talk to my
6 years.
Don't talk to my sister like that.
Man, hey, bro. Hey, y'all.
I'm talking to you.
Hey, fam.
I'm just saying, though,
This ain't got nothing to do with her. This ain't got nothing to do with her. Don't do her like that. She been asking about you. She miss you. She been asking about her daddy.
Just calm down. Hey, baby, hold on. Baby, y'all good? Yes. Hold on. Hold on, John, come here.
You think you can just talk to my sister any type of way?
No.
Just talk to her.
Don't take it out on that baby. Whatever y'all got going on, that's between
me and you.
But don't put them churn in it.
How you think I feel?
I told you I was sorry. I told you I was sorry. Mistakes happened. But this ain't got nothing to do with her. This is between me and you.
Doctor in the comments said he's actually an OBGYN, said this is why I firmly believe that paternity fraud should be declared a crime punishable with jail time. Paternity testing should be mandatory for all before the birth certificate is completed.
Hello.
What
What you doing?
Yeah, just got home. What you doing?
Nothing. With my friend. Can you order me some food?
Yeah, what you want?
I think is Chick-fil-A still open?
No.
Oh, okay. Probably like Applebee's. Applebee's, yeah.
Applebee's?
Mm-hmm.
You ate today?
No, that's why I'm asking you to send me some food.
What you want?
Hold on.
Just get whatever. I'm gonna eat whatever.
Can you do the 2 for $20? It's the loaded mashed potatoes, the chicken, and then the fajitas.
She just got that.
And two large lemonade. The fajitas and then the 2 for $20.
2 for $20?
Mm-hmm.
What you need 2 meals for?
Cause it's me and my friend. We hungry.
For your friend.
My friend, you don't know her.
I don't know her.
Okay, so just send it. Don't be like that.
What you mean don't be like that? Let me see your friend.
Why do you wanna? Don't do that. You are not my dad.
First of all, where you at, dude?
I'm downtown.
They ain't tell me downtown.
Yeah. Why are you acting like that? Are you gonna send it or not?
Do y'all know by y'all putting these videos out, he can just follow her and see where both of y'all be at? Because these ladies that do this type of stuff, they're not smart with it. You could get messed up and she could get messed up. Do you know that both of y'all could get seriously hurt playing these types of games? That's not a joke.
Hello, chat. Posting this on here so that, you know, my future husband can see and find me. But at this point, my name is Danae Thomason. I am a 26-year-old, 6-foot black woman. So that pretty much gives me about a 92.7% guarantee of producing either D1 athletes or supermodels if you're into that kind of thing, like I am. I'm an Aries, so that means I'm loyal, I'm blunt, I'm hard-headed with an attitude, but we gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. I can guarantee you that. I love God. Boy, do I love God. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. I clean thoroughly and I cook. Other chicks out here, they may not be into that kind of stuff, but I cook. It's actually pretty therapeutic for me. And what I can't cook, I learned how to cook and I cook it. So DMs are open. Hit me up.
I don't know, man. This is about the worst photo I can find. I'm not a huge fan of women showing their behinds online. I didn't even realize there were other photos here. Some men wouldn't have a problem with it. They'd say this is not the worst thing. You tripping, bro? But just for me, probably not it. She does seem like a nice person though. So, fellas, if you're interested.
Gentlemen, if there was a promotion that was up for grabs at work, and there's only like 3 employees that they're gonna pick from, you'd think, oh, my odds are pretty good. I'll either get this one or I'll get the next one. We're good. I'll eventually get one. But now at the same company, say it's between 3,000 employees, would you tell the company that they need to lower the standard of what they're looking for this promotion? Or would you work harder and be better so that you got the promotion? See, women have had to lower their standards for centuries because we didn't have equal rights. Now, even though they are not currently equal, we are allowed to have bank accounts and businesses, and we're allowed to work. And it's just simple economics. It's just simple supply and demand. There was a time that for survival, women had to be paired with a man. They had to. So any old man would do. You just had to be a man. Now that we don't need that, it's not women that need to lower their standards, okay? Men just need to be better. And I know that's probably triggering, but I mean, you need to be better if you want to be partnered with a woman. If the competition is getting steeper, you become better. You level up. You don't like sit and complain about it.
I would simply rely on my resume for the things that I've done. And if they can't see the value in that, then I would find another company. I would work for that company for as long as I could because they were giving me a paycheck. But then I would be searching for another company to go to at that point in time. By that time, we would have had conversations about why didn't I get the job. I just felt like I was the best candidate for the job, and they'll probably give me some runaround HR response about it. And I'll say, okay, cool. You know, I'm going to find somewhere where they appreciate my value. And like I said, by that time, we would have talked about it. So it's not like I'm up and leaving. But when that happens, they'll probably still act like I'm doing them wrong, even after I've sat down with them and discussed with them ways that I can improve. And they'll probably once again give me the runaround about how I need to work harder and how I need to do more. There's other companies and other employees that are doing X, Y, and Z, and I'm not doing enough. Even though I'm probably staying all day and all night, I'm neglecting my family, and I'm trying to build this company up. That's how it happens with modern women. You be working day and night, trying to please them. And it's the bare minimum. No matter what you do, no matter how much money you spend, it's going to be the bare minimum. Period, end of story. And so at that point in time, a lot of men say, well, you know what? I'm just going to go find another company, and can't find another company. And I think that I'm just going to go work for myself. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try that. So I get where you're coming from, but you guys think that because you're going to quote unquote raise your standards and men are going to try harder when it's silly standards. No, it's not going to work. Is the job changing what they want? Are they changing the description right before their very eyes? Because everybody would say that's unfair. Why did you change it? So you tried.
I posted a video yesterday talking about how I asked my husband for a divorce 6 months ago. We are still together now. It has over 900,000 views and 10,000 comments. And basically the root of what I was trying to do in that video was explain that we came from that place 6 months ago where I wanted a divorce. We have been working through it, but I still feel like a lot more needs to happen. And I was asking for advice on like what people have done who have been in similar situations, and like asking for advice on how we can get to a better place. At first, when it first started getting a lot of views, the comments were so good, like so good. I have a notes app in my phone right now of like all of the advice people were giving. Everyone saying like, oh my gosh, this was us 10 years ago and now we're in such a better place, like we finally found that love. Basically what I was trying to convey is that my husband is perfect, like he is perfect, okay, but our relationship is not perfect, okay? And so how do we get like our relationship to be that like passionate, lovey, so in love, obsessed with each other? Which a lot of the advice too is just saying we're in a hard stage of life, which we are. We have 3 kids. We just are navigating like a shift of roles because he quit his job and my business is like the business we're working on. So it's a little confusing, right? But like the overall thing I wanted to say here is, one, like we are not getting a divorce. So if you didn't watch the video all the way through, that's on you. But 2, yes, my husband is perfect in a lot of ways, and perfect is not the right answer, like the right thing to say, but he is such a good person. And of course I'm not going to get on here and air his dirty laundry, or mine for that matter, but like I was more trying to say it's not him that's lacking, it's like our connection and our relationship and what we can do to get that to a better place. Anyways, comments are so good, most of them. There are also some wacky comments, but I've also gotten a lot of messages, and I just wanted to say thank you for everyone who's like given advice, taking the time to write out comments or message me and say they are willing to talk to me. I've also had so many people that I know personally, which that was another kind of thing that I didn't expect to happen, because TikTok is kind of my safe space where like I don't expect people to watch my videos that know me, I guess. So maybe that video was a little bit shocking to people who know us, because on paper or like in like, I don't know, we probably look like we don't have our own issues, but everybody does. So anyways, there have been a lot of people who have reached out that I know that have thanked me for sharing and said that they're in similar situations or offered advice. So I'm super grateful for that. And basically kind of what we've decided, since this has kind of gone viral, is like we're reading through the comments together, and like if something resonates with us, we're like, yeah, that's probably something we need to work on. And there's other times that we read through and we're like, absolutely not, that's not true about us. But it's kind of been healing in its own way. We've talked about a lot more things since I posted it. It's just been good. So there are a lot of things that I'm going to share probably in the next like couple weeks of like things people have recommended, and we're going to try them. There's like a book list that I have in my notes app of books that people have recommended, and I will just try to like keep being open and honest on here. This all happened because I started posting videos every single day of just when I opened the TikTok app and just talking about like what was on my mind, what I was doing, what I was going through, whatever. And this was part of like my day. I was having a hard time processing like writing vows to each other for our 10-year anniversary, and just decided to get on and talk about it, and here we are. So if you're new here, thank you. If you watched this one all the way to here, thank you. And I will just try to like keep posting things that we try, and maybe more if I feel more like talking about more of the situation, and maybe get Ryan to come on here too if he wants to. But so far it's been a kind of a crazy 24 hours on here, but like off this app my life is the same, you know what I mean? Like like the information I shared is not new information to me or my husband, if that makes sense.
They are eating her up in the comments. A woman said, when I filed for divorce, the last word I would use to describe him would be perfect. Girl, if you have a good man, stay with him. Another woman says, Princess, you do need medical help ASAP. Another woman said, Can you explain what's wrong with your relationship? I'm not sure I fully understand. Is it lack of passion, intimacy, romance? Women are asking, are you attracted to him anymore? You don't have to answer, of course, but that's kind of what I'm reading in between the lines. She says, I 100% am attracted to him. What I will say is echo the sentiments of what somebody else in the comments said, and that is get a counselor. You're telling your business all online. And I know it's probably your diary or your journal, but social media is not the place to just air out your dirty laundry in your business. I don't know why some of these women out there, don't really understand this concept. Like, this is not protecting your relationship in any way. Like, this is really hurtful, especially if he doesn't know that you're doing it.
This is such a terrible take. Men aren't being feminized. They're realizing dating isn't worth it and are no longer pursuing an arrangement that really doesn't have any other benefits. We've spent at least the last 20 years being told don't approach, so we don't approach anymore. That was the basic gist of this comment. So what you're saying is I was half right? Because I was at least half right in your opinion. I did address that thing about how men have been being sent a certain message about approaching. So that is definitely problematic. But let's get back to this. Men aren't being feminized. Yes, you are. And women are being masculinized. And in hindsight, I wish I would have mentioned that in my video, but sometimes when you're talking off the cuff, you're just really speaking from your own perspective. You can't be comprehensive. But both things are happening. We're upside down a little bit. And that's not qualitative statement. Like, I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm just saying it's just where we are in the cycle of history and evolution. And so gender roles are becoming less and less clear. Men are having to do more of what women used to do. Women are having to do more of what men used to do. And this gap that we have now where both sexes are thinking this isn't even worth it. It is a painful transition that we're having, going from need-based connection to just want and enrichment-based connection. We no longer have to rely on one another because technology has made the world so civilized, so safe, so relatively so secure, and relatively so easy that we don't really need one another except to procreate. And even then, even the act is obviated now. We don't even need to do the thing in order to procreate. So now we have to pivot. But this is really hard because why? Well, because we have social media, we've got these shifts that are going on, ambiguity between gender roles, but still our bodies are lagging behind because the material world always lags behind the world of energy and ideas, right? So our bodies are still stuck in this like kind of more just older, less evolved DNA of wanting the polarity, a kind of polarity that we cannot have in these times so easily. We have to either, kind of manufacture it, and there's so many gurus out there telling us how to do that, how to be more manly men, how to be more feminine women, but that's also kind of difficult because it's impracticable a lot of the times. We cannot devolve our evolution. We've all had to learn to be competent in certain ways that we didn't used to have to before, and now We are no longer in this like need-based connection, and we have to find ways to appreciate one another that's in accordance with the times in which we live. And the answers aren't that simple. But it's not just men who think dating's not worth it, right? Everybody's got to do for themselves now. We've all got to pay our own bills, make our own meals, do our own laundry, whatever. So when we've got to do that, what is the good of being in a relationship? We have to find that good if we want to be in relationships, right? We have a lot to overcome. It's challenging. And social media makes it hard too, because most of the messaging that you got to not approach women probably came through social media, right? A lot of the bad feelings that we have about one another as respective sexes probably came through our ingestion of social media. But this is also the best way that we can communicate with one another en masse, like, in a big way, in a general way, with more reach. So we have to find ways to have more intelligent conversations while still finding a way to make them engaging and entertaining enough that we'll engage in them. It's a big job. I have faith that some of us will be able to figure out how to do it.
My personal analysis for why when you see these girls who say these comments that I prefer a guy that has no social media is because women know what social media has done for them.
So Mr. Eyebrows got a DM asking why it is that women tend to prefer men with no social media. And I think it is largely because, as he put it, it invites a lot of competition. Social media functions a lot like a global billboard for you, but I don't think the average person understands how much just a little bit of clout actually assists you when it comes to the dating market. The difference in number and intensity, shall we call it, of the DMs that you receive when you have little to no following versus 10,000 versus 50,000 and upwards is bothersome. I'm talking DMs that are like, hey, I will fly to Denver tonight, okay, but I'm not a degenerate anymore. But putting all that aside, there are two scenarios that took place in my life over the last 5 years that perfectly capture what he's talking about. One time I was shooting content with a gal, and my girlfriend at the time goes, hey, I don't know if I want you shooting content with another girl. And I'm like, hey, that's fair. Good news. My videographer is going to be there. I'm not going to be alone with her. Then she pauses and goes, I don't want you shooting content with girls. And maybe some people are hearing that one and they're like, oh, that kind of makes sense. That's sort of fair. But it's this second one that really kind of bit me in the ass because I ignored my gut feeling. See, I had a video that quadrupled my following seemingly overnight one time, and my girlfriend at the time sees the thousands of comments from different women and logically asks, do you get DMs from people? So I say, yes. And she says, do you ever get DMs from other women? And I say, yes. See, at this point, I'm kind of seeing the gears turning where she's thinking her way through this. And she goes, do you ever read or reply to those women? And I say, generally no, unless I have mutual followers with them, they want to collab, or I know them in real life. And this is the question that got things really bad, is she says, how many DMs do you get from other women per day? And I say, I'm not going to tell you that number. It is just going to make you paranoid. Which I thought was the right answer because there is no right answer. Like, I had a split second to think through this and I was like, well, I tell her, she gets paranoid, she crashes out. I don't tell her, she gets paranoid, she crashes out. So after she crashes out, I end up telling her anyway, and then she crashes out more. I swear to God, I'm actually remembering this as I'm recording this video. There is a girl who I don't know her name. I've never looked at her profile, but I know her little @ on here because she would text me and say, so-and-so commented on your video again. Oh my God! But this isn't a thing that's exclusive to women. If you are a man who is dating a very attractive woman, who's very talented, who's got a big following, whatever, you need to have a really thick skin. You need to have immense levels of trust in your partner. It's gotten to the point where I've started to think that probably the best kind of relationship that you can have, especially if you're a content creator, is that they either have no social media or have a huge following too, because they will at least understand the business. The problem is that the longer I have this account, I don't know what the right answer is. Anyway, what do you guys think? Make sure to like and subscribe.
I think for a lot of these women out here, they'll ask you those questions, but then on their side, they'll have that following that they're not wanting you to have. They'll have those DMs that they're not wanting you to have. And even like she said, how many do you read and reply to, right? Because they're reading these DMs, and even if they're chuckling to themselves, it gives them a boost. It just gives them something to talk about, even if they don't like the person. It's just like, oh, somebody thinks I'm beautiful, I need that boost. And you start relying on that type of stuff, And that's where it gets kind of scary for a relationship. So she's asking these things, and they'll say, by the way, men are insecure for asking the same question, but she's asking these things because she's trying to start a fight instead of just saying, you get DMs from girls? I mean, yeah, sometimes. I mean, it's just part of the business, right? You don't have to know. If she's a woman, she's probably going to know more often than not. She's probably going to know how these things work. Has she not been on a dating app? She's never had somebody give her a note. Never, ever. She's never, ever had men interested in her. Even for a lot of these women who are talking, oh, I've never dated anybody. You've never had anybody that you're interested in. And then when you talk to them, actually, they have had people interested in them. They just didn't like them. Or they weren't interested in whatever they were doing, or they talked to them for a little while, then they become uninterested, and so they didn't date, and nothing ever went anywhere. So you were actually talking, but what you mean to say is you were never really truly official. But you're actually talking to somebody. There's actually people that are interested in you. So for her to be sitting up here asking you these questions, knowing the answers, means that there's an insecurity there that she needs to work on. She's trying to make it seem like you're the issue, when really, hey, I'm not doing anything. I'm telling you, just to put you at ease, there's going to be a videographer there. So it's not going to be me and her just sitting alone shooting content, quote unquote. It's going to be me, her, and another person helping us to create this stuff. This is a business for me. Modern women will ruin your life. You just said it took me, one of the videos that I posted skyrocketed my followers, my influence overnight. Had it been her, she would have told you not to even post that video. I've had that happen to me before. I've had that happen to where I've gone through the different scenarios. If I change it like this, would you feel comfortable? If I did this, would you feel comfortable? None of them. At the end of the day, they would say, oh, yeah, it's okay. Or, oh, I'm all right with that. But at the end of the day, when you really made them answer the question, I want you to not even be on social media. I don't even want any of this to exist. You said what? You said what? You said what? Are you slow? Are you slow? Are you slow? I'm making more money than all of you guys combined. What are you talking about right now? Just because y'all want to live a certain life, you want me to live that life with you? Are you slow? These modern women out here, to a broader point, will get you out here, have you doing whatever they want you to do, then wonder why you're not being a leader. They will crush your vision and have you following them, and then wonder why y'all going downhill. Well, it's probably because you ruined what I was doing when I was doing it. I was cooking, and then you decided, I don't like the way you're cooking. Stop cooking that, and let's go get something that I want. No, baby. This meal is almost prepared. Go sit down and get ready to eat. As a matter of fact, why don't you make yourself useful? Go get some plates, some cutlery, put that on the table. Make sure we got something nice and cold to drink, napkins and whatever else, whatever other sauces we need. Make sure they on the table so we can have a nice dinner. Men, don't let these women stop you from cooking. You ain't a real man. You're trash. You're broke. You're not a good person. Whatever other foolishness they can come up with, that's the bare minimum. You're not going to stop me from cooking. I'm still cooking. It's in the oven. Cruising at about 350. It's going to be done in about 25 minutes. I'm going to broil it a little bit. Say about 10 minutes after that. It's going to be done. Let it sit. You got the rolls, right? They ready to go? Put it on the table. And that's all you need to do. All this explaining, all this going back and forth, need to quit. I can understand sitting there and having a discussion about what's going on. I can understand what he was doing, which is what he was trying to do. He was trying to be helpful. I can understand sitting up there and saying, well, this is what I do. This is what I encounter on a regular basis, on a daily basis, trying to be open and honest with you. But the more I explain, you see, in the other video that I did previous to this one, I think the woman was saying it's really that simple. Bree, I think is what her name is, if I remember correctly. I got to go back and see. I can't remember, but she usually has pretty good content, pretty good things for men, dating, relationship advice. But she was basically saying, no, that wasn't her. That was another woman at the end of the video. Blonde, glasses. She was talking about, we have all of these amazing women. They just want direct communication. They want a man that's open, honest, and vulnerable. Until this man says something that makes her uncomfortable. And all of a sudden, she's trying to create a problem. After he was direct about it, after he gave her the communication that she wanted to create a problem. This is why men don't approach. Because if a man comes up and he does what you say and you don't like it, then you have a problem. And a man has to deal with that. And men today are like, why? Why would I do that when I don't have to? That's stupid, quite honestly. I don't have to be bothered with that stuff. Why would I be worried about a woman's emotions that she can't handle when I'm trying to figure out my life and focus on my goal? Now I got to stop doing what I'm doing. Now I got to stop doing what I'm doing. The goal that I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to make money, and now I got to stop, spend time on you, trying to fix something that you need to go to therapy for, and I done lost money. What the heck do I look like? An idiot? You take me for a fool? Nah. She need to go on down the way, bruh. Unless she can get her life and her mind right, she need to go on down the road. It's time for men to stop letting these women and their ignorant state of being and state of mind stop you from getting to where you need to get to. Can I get an amen on that?